my goal is to have a job. When I get out of jail, I want to go get a job. I've never really had a job. A few years ago, I was teaching a goal-setting class at the local jail facility. So I was sitting with people that had been arrested for misdemeanors and felonies, and I was working on a goal-setting program with them. I was doing it as a volunteer. And one day I was sitting, and one of the gentlemen said, my goal is to have a job. When I get out of jail, I want to go get a job. I've never really had a job. So I had to have a tough conversation with the guy. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. Are you in here for a misdemeanor or a felony? He said, a couple felonies. I'm like, okay. All right, you don't want a job. First off, it's going to be very hard for you to get a job. There are places that will hire felons. But typically, if somebody is looking at job applicants and you have someone that's not a felon and somebody that is a felon, the person that's not a felon gets the job. Now, there are some warehouses here locally that will hire somebody that's a felon, and I'm sure there's jobs out there. But I started talking to this group about doing something on their own, and their eyes lit up. And I told them, you don't have to have a job to make money. And we talked. I shared an example of a friend of mine that made a decision. He wanted to make some more money. So he saved up a little bit, and he started buying a car on Craigslist. He would buy a car on Craigslist. Usually there was one photo of the car, and it wasn't that good of a photo, and a poor description. He would bring the car home. He would quickly clean it up. He would take 5 or 6 very nice photos, color, good angles, proper lighting. He would write a proper description of the vehicle, and he'd put it right back on Craigslist. He made $3,000 a month doing this. So I tell this story to these people that are incarcerated at the jail facility, and they just started thinking, hey, they got a shot at it. What was weird and really upset me is one of the jail employees did not like the idea of me teaching this kind of entrepreneurship. They said, hey, these guys will steal something and then sell it for money. I'm like, well, what makes you think they'll do that? They may do that if they can't earn a living, but let's talk to them and teach them how they can make a living. And nobody ever buys a used car, and says, this is a nice used car. I see the paint job's good, the tires are good, but are you a felon? Nobody ever asks that. They're interested in the car. They're interested in the service that's being provided or the product that's being sold. And so this person that worked at the jail facility, that guy had never had anything but a job in his life. He'd probably gone to work for the sheriff's department or the county 25, 30 years ago. And so he just didn't have it in his mind that you can do deals and make money and provide value and service to other people. So he didn't like it, gave me a hard time about it. Really, really upset me. I keep saying make money, and you really don't make money. You trade money. You don't make money. The government makes money. I can't figure out how to print it and how to make the paper and how to get the ink just perfect. I am not making any money. I'm earning money. I'm trading money. I am trading my time, my expertise, my value, my wisdom, my hustle, my products for someone else's money. I'm trying to teach my children that. If they don't have enough money, it's because they're not providing enough value and enough service. I have a family member not making enough money. And he said to me one day, he actually said, my problem is I don't get enough money. I'm like, how do you get money? You don't get money, you earn money. He was working 3 hours a day in a part-time job, and he's wondering why he's broke. He's broke because he's only providing 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. And so he didn't catch the story. He didn't get it. I can't share this. I can't share this. All right, I'm sharing it. I don't want to tell the story. I don't want to embarrass the guy. But the real deal is he's not providing value. He's not making any money because he's not giving value to anybody. He's not providing enough service. On the 3 hours he's working a day, he's providing value and service. And he's making good income for those 3 hours a day. But then he sits on his tail the rest of the day. It's 21 more hours in the day and he's doing nothing. No wonder he doesn't have enough money. No wonder he's broke. You have to hustle. You have to provide more value and service. If you don't have enough money because you're not providing value and service. Golly, this video may sting him and may sting some others if you watch this. If you don't have enough money, it's because you're not providing enough value and service. Figure out some other way to provide value, and service, and skill, and expertise to people. And when you do that, money has to flow your way. It has to. It just works out that way. If my employees came to me and said, I want to make more money. I'm doing the same work that I was doing yesterday and the day before and last month, and I want to make more money. It's like, that doesn't really compute. But if they came to me and said, listen, I've been doing this and this, and I've started doing this, and I figured out a way to do this better, and they're bringing value to me, holy smokes, they're worth a whole lot more money to me. So that's just how it works. That's the way of the world, and I shouldn't be nervous about making a video that talks about it. I'm trying to teach my children, if you don't have enough money, it's because you're not providing enough value and service. You're not worth anything to anybody unless you can provide them value and service. But if you'll provide them value and service, they will trade their cash for it. I knew a guy, young guy, newly married, went out and bought a spray rig from Home Depot, maybe $150. And then he bought a 5-gallon bucket of stain, and he started spraying fences in my neighborhood. In 1 month, he made 15 grand spray painting people's fences. So that's my story for today.